Welcome to Meekum's Gone Farmin' Vintage Tractor Auction, featuring the only classic tractor auction of its kind in the country. Today, some of the hardest to find tractors in the world will hit the auction block, so sit back and relax and enjoy Meekum's Gone Farmin' Vintage Tractor Auction.
Hi folks, and welcome back to the Spring Classic, the 2014 Spring Classic that is, from Davenport, Iowa. Pat and Max with you once again this week, and if you were with us last week, you saw some pretty neat tractors go through, and kind of the prices were all over the map, Max.
Yeah, we had some that were for entry level and some that were for the more serious collector.
We've got a whole bunch more coming up this week, so stay right where you are. This is the Meekum Gone Farmin' Antique Tractor Auction on RFD-TV.
How many thousands of dollars have you spent on your truck and trailer to make it a comfortable and safe towing experience? How about investing a small amount in the actual connection to ensure a comfortable ride? Introducing the Shocker Hitch. With its simple pivot design, it will provide shock absorption both up and down and back and forth much better than other designs. For more information and a more comfortable ride, call toll-free at the number below or go to shockerhitch.com. Ever have a need on the farm or ranch where you need the power of a dozer in a smaller size? Introducing the Magnatrack tractor. The Struck Corporation has been making hard-working equipment for homeowners, do-it-yourselfers, and for light commercial contractors for more than 45 years. Have the do-it-yourself itch for a project? Build your own dozer. Perfect for the farm and ranch. It's the Magnatrack tractors from the Struck Corporation. Call or click to request free information today. Do you have a passion for old tractors? Then make Heritage Iron Magazine your new favorite magazine. Each full-color issue features major muscle tractors and farm equipment from the 60s, 70s, and 80s. Whether your favorite color is green, red, orange, blue, yellow, or even purple, Heritage Iron features them all, with professional photography and historical stories. Check out Heritage Iron Magazine or heritageiron.com or give them a call at 855-OLD-IRON. Your tractor may be your hobby or your livelihood. At Steiner Tractor Parts, we share your enthusiasm for these antique machines and know you need to keep them running. We understand how your life and job both stop if your tractor stops running. We keep a warehouse stocked with new parts, tune-up kits, electrical components, carburetors, and rebuild kits, and much more. If you need a part, we have it. Call Steiner Tractor Parts today or log on to steinertractor.com to request a free parts catalog. With proper maintenance and care, our smiles can last a very long time. We want our dentists to choose the very best products. Pink Band. Pink Band goes around your tooth for improved moisture control with its patent silicone coating. Contamination or leakage of your dental filling while your dentist is placing a composite is known to cause the dental fillings to fail prematurely. Pink Band is a new, innovative dental product to ensure your smile will last a long time. Ask your dentist if Pink Band is right for you.
Lot number F45 coming up next. 1935, Hollis Chalmers. This is a WC. This is this tractor's being pulled in, but it is selling at no reserve.
Yeah, selling at no reserve. It's got original rear tires on it with round spoke wheels, and of course, Hollis Chalmers was the first tractor company to come out with a tractor on pneumatic tires. And of course, we call them. Some people call them unstyled WCs. I call them the flat top WCs because, of course, there was a later version that looked more like a WD with the bullet tank and the rounded. Those tractors there, I mean, it's an iconic tractor because of the fact that the Hollis Chalmers is one of the first ones, and this one being a 35, it's a pretty early one.
Yeah.
I think 32 or 33 was when they came out with the WC, and, of course, it's set up to cultivate 2 rows. Very neat tractors to drive. The Hollis Chalmers engines just have that neat little sound to them. And
Well, we don't know on this one. I have no indication why it's not running. But, you know, if somebody's looking to get into the antique tractor business or maybe had a grandfather that grew up with one of these, this would be a very affordable entry into this world. It's right now, the price is about $1,400. They're looking for $1,500.
Yeah, and it's an absolute.
They sold it for $1,250. Sold, no reserve. All right, rolling in here next, we have the neat little Farmall. It's got some implements on it.
Yeah, we got a Farmall Super 8, and it does have the one-row cultivator mounted on it, so it's looks like it probably come right off the farm. It does have the shields to protect the small crops when they're real short to keep you from burying them with the dirt as you bring them in. So,
yeah, it's got the wheel weights on it, and you know, this is not a professional restoration, but it's got some fresh paint on it. And again, looks like this old tractor could go out and do some work, and the guy could have some fun on it. You can run that tractor through a parade and not be embarrassed.
Yeah, a guy could go out and cultivate his garden if he's got a little garden stand or whatever for cultivating his vegetables. It'd be a good tractor to use for that. So.
This is lot F46, looking at about $2,500 looking for right now. The reserve is off. This tractor is going to be sold here momentarily.
And of course, with that offset design, it made the vision while you're cultivating, you look right down on the row. So.
Still trying to eke out that last bid. They're starting to roll, and it is last call. $2,250. That little Super A Farmall is sold. All right. Well, we've got a 1970 John Deere 4020 coming in here now, Max. It's got the power shift. It has been nicely restored. It's got the front weights, the working lights. It's a nice tractor.
Yeah, and it's got the factory ROPS, or rollover protection system is what Deere called it. And they were the first ones to come out with it to protect the operator in the event of a rollover. It created a safe zone between the hood of that tractor and the top of the ROPS. If that tractor rolled over and you had your seatbelt on, you were going to survive that wreck. And of course, I love it when they come in here with these things and they got the lights going and the flashers, kind of just draws more attention to it. But 4020 power shift with the factory ROPS on it, dual hydraulics, 3-point, looks like newer rubber all the way around. So sounds like a good, honest tractor. Nice looking paint on it.
Great classic John Deere body style in this particular model, this 4020. This is a no reserve auction, so again, a confident seller that he's going to get his dough. And right now they're looking at around $20,000 for this tractor. So again, kind of up there at the top range of what we've been selling today.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they've been selling pretty hot, the 4020s. Any of them, the 4-digit 20 series, I guess is the way I'm going to describe them from now on, because you had the 20 series in the 2-cylinder, but that was a 3-digit. So, but these tractors here, I mean, we're asking 22. We've got 20,000 on it. I mean, they really sell well anymore. So.
Well, they got 22, 22.5. Now they're looking for 25,000 on this tractor. Wow, now they've got 25,000 on this tractor. No reserve.
25,000, 26,000, 26,000, 25,000, factories and 26,000.
I want to thank everyone for staying with us here at the Mississippi Valley Fair Center at Davenport, Iowa, the 4th annual Spring Classic, the Mecum Antique Tractor Auction, and we are getting close to selling this lot F47 on the first day, Friday. We had a bunch of collectibles and signage and neon sold earlier. Now we've got lot 47, so we're a little over halfway through the Friday auction here, and they are trying hard to get the few extra dollars out of this 1970 John Deere 4020. The reserve was met, or no, there is no reserve, so this one has been selling all along, but right now they're hovering around that 26.5 range on this one, Max. And there is the hammer. $26,500 that tractor. All right, we've got F48 coming in here next, Max. This is a Massey Harris 44.6. Don't know a lot about this tractor. Looks to be in pretty nice condition. Not as pristine a restoration job as we've seen, but a pretty nice tractor.
Yeah, it's still a good-looking tractor. It's got new tires all the way around. Of course, there was a Massey Harris 44, had the 4-cylinder in it, and this is a 44-6, so this one has a 6-cylinder in it. Massey Harris like putting those little bit bigger engines in there and just kind of playing around to fill a niche for horsepower range with the transmission that they had for the 44. So kind of a unique tractor. You don't see them every day. So
trying to get $3,000 out of this little tractor. Looks like the rain's holding off outside. There's been a little bit of mist today, so there's been some rain, some water on these tractors, but for the most part we're staying dry, but I wouldn't put it in the warm category today outside here in Davenport.
No, but it's still been a decent day down here, and of course it brought the crowd out. So,
well, the crowd has not thinned a bit. In fact, I'd say it's even a little thicker than it has as we get into the second half of the first day of this Gone Farmin Spring Classic here in Davenport. And now we're looking at $2,500 on that tractor. I have not gotten an indication if there is a reserve. I didn't hear if he sold it. Yep, this one is selling. So this 44.6, once the hammer falls, is going home to somebody else. $2,500.
Okay, we were able to steal Pat away for a little bit to talk a little bit about your role here with the auction. What is it like to be on this side of things?
Well, we've got the best seat in the house, Bailey. We get to see every single item that's up for auction. We get a good view of the bidders, and we just are right in the middle of the activity, so it's just a perfect place to be.
So how long have you been doing this, and how did you get involved with to begin with?
This is my third year with the guys at Mecum, and I got a call from my agent about the opportunity to do an antique tractor auction, and of course knowing the Mecum name, and I'm kind of a car buff, and I grew up on a farm in Nebraska, so I'm kind of a tractor buff, so it was a perfect fit. So the opportunity to come and be a part of this has been a real honor.
Okay, so what's it like for you when you're sitting up here and seeing the whole experience?
Well, Mecum's put on quite a show. So the organization is overwhelming and very impressive, the way that they run the tractors through, the way that they run the whole operation. Being up here and really seeing the flow and being able to see the faces on the seller's face and the buyer's face and seeing them come together, it's really an intoxicating place to be during sale day.
What's your favorite part of being, involved with all of this?
I think my favorite part, other than when the camera goes on, of course, is when the gavel falls. When you see one of the Mecum guys slap the sold sticker on a vehicle and you see a guy cheering that he just bought his dream tractor from his childhood, that really, to me, is the most exciting part.
Have you ever seen anything that has just really shocked or surprised you?
Not really. There's been a few instances where tractors are going through and they break down right in the middle. Somebody's talking about this amazing tractor with this rebuilt motor and it runs perfect, and then boom, it dies. And you can see the look on the seller's face. They're like, oh, how did that happen? So there's been a few instances where that really sticks out, but for the most part, they have been very smooth and overall just a fantastic experience.
You never know what could happen, and then, of course, you got to kind of roll with it.
You do. It's a live event, so you never know what's going to happen. You never know what somebody's going to say or do, or really what something's going to bring. The other thing that's exciting is when you get an estimate about what something's going to sell for, and then it blows through that. It just goes for hundreds or thousands of dollars more than they predicted. That's always kind of an exciting time.
So you're really enjoying yourself being a part of the Mecum auctions, and you hope to continue doing this?
I'd love to. If they'll have me, I learn more every time we do it. It's great to be on RFD-TV because we're exposing ourselves now to really a national or worldwide audience. So the popularity of antique tractors and everything the Mecum guys is doing is growing, and I'd like to grow right along with it.
So attracting more people to maybe get involved, either collectors trying to buy or people wanting to sell, or just come out and check out the experience?
Well, you've got thousands of people here and only a handful of buyers and sellers. So the rest are just enthusiasts that might have a connection with a piece of equipment that they grew up on or that their grandfather or their dad had. So really to be part of that environment is exciting and just a thrill for me.
All right, thanks, Pat. Looking forward to a great show today. I'm Bailey with the Gone Farmin Antique Tractor Auction.
How many thousands of dollars have you spent on your truck and trailer to make it a comfortable and safe towing experience? How about investing a small amount in the actual connection to ensure a comfortable ride? Introducing the Shocker Hitch. With its simple pivot design, it will provide shock absorption both up and down and back and forth much better than other designs. For more information and a more comfortable ride, call toll-free at the number below or go to shockerhitch.com. Ever have a need on the farm or ranch where you need the power of a dozer in a smaller size? Introducing the MagnaTrack tractor. The Struck Corporation has been making hard-working equipment for homeowners, do-it-yourselfers, and for light commercial contractors for more than 45 years. Have the do-it-yourself itch for a project? Build your own dozer. Perfect for the farm and ranch. It's the MagnaTrack tractors from the Struck Corporation. Call or click to request free information today. Do you have a passion for old tractors? Then make Heritage Iron Magazine your new favorite magazine. Each full-color issue features major muscle tractors and farm equipment from the 60s, 70s, and 80s. Whether your favorite color is green, red, orange, blue, yellow, or even purple, Heritage Iron features them all, with professional photography and historical stories. Check out Heritage Iron Magazine or heritageiron.com or give them a call at 855-OLD-IRON. Your tractor may be your hobby or your livelihood. At Steiner Tractor Parts, we share your enthusiasm for these antique machines and know you need to keep them running. We understand how your life and job both stop if your tractor stops running. We keep a warehouse stocked with new parts, tune-up kits, electrical components, carburetors, and rebuild kits, and much more. If you need a part, we have it. Call Steiner Tractor Parts today or log on to steinertractor.com to request a free parts catalog. With proper maintenance and care, our smiles can last a very long time. We want our dentists to choose the very best products. Pink Band. Pink Band goes around your tooth for improved moisture control with its patent silicone coating. Contamination or leakage of your dental filling while your dentist is placing a composite is known to cause the dental fillings to fail prematurely. Pink Band is a new, innovative dental product to ensure your smile will last a long time. Ask your dentist if Pink Band is right for you.
Now we've got a cute little 39 John Deere. This is the H model. Again, it's got some new paint on it, some decent tires, and pretty neat little tractor.
Yeah, it looks like original tires on the rear of that tractor, Pat. And of course, 39 was the first year, and there were some unique traits to the 39s that weren't used on the later tractors. So it's kind of the first year out, kind of like not an experimental, but just something unique about them. Some of the brakes were a little bit different on the 39s. The shift tower was a little bit different. 39Hs, a buddy of mine had one. I've had my fingers in working on a few of those, and they're just a nice, fun little tractor to play with. So.
And again, for a tractor of this vintage, you're right now at bid at $2,500 on this tractor. Trying to get $3,000. And this one, reserve is off, so $3,000 obviously reserve on this one. They've got $3,250 bid. Trying to get $3,500.
You got our auction.
Putting a little guilt trip on people.
Yep. And that's always a trait of a good auctioneer, is he'll work the crowd a little bit himself and not just leave it to the ringman.
$3,250. That's lot F49. So being pulled into the arena right now is lot F50. This one is an International MD. I haven't seen it yet because the new John Deere hasn't quite pulled it in yet, but this they say it's a great running tractor. It's in its original work clothes, as Max would say. Engine, transmission, clutch are in great condition.
And is ready for a coat of paint.
Yeah, that's a pretty close to original MD.
That sure sounds good.
Looks to be original rear tires on that tractor. Really, the tin is nice and straight on it. And selling it no reserve either, so.
Well, what a great example of if somebody wanted to restore one, it's a great one to start with. Like you said, the sheet metal on this thing is straight. It just seems to run like a top. It's a pretty nice example of an early model International MD.
And of course the MDs, what you had was on one side you got your carburetor and it runs on gas. And once you got it up to temperature, then you switched a lever and it switched over to running on diesel fuel. So kind of a unique tractor.
Current bid about $22.50. Yeah, we got $22.50 bid on it, so looking for $2,500. And again, one of the many no reserve tractors that we've had here today.
Yeah, we've been selling a lot of them today at no reserve, and I think a lot of people are just kind of getting out from under some of the tractors that they don't really need in their collection. And with the description on this, the engine, transmission, clutch are in great shape, and the injection pump and injectors were redone in 05. So the thing really has a lot of the work done to it already.
So a lot of the hard stuff and a lot of life in it. So a great restoration project for somebody. We got $3,000 bid. Again, it's going home to somebody. No reserve auction. They're still working them. It's gone, but they're looking at, there it is, $3,100.
I don't think that was a bad price on that tractor for what had been done to it. It just needed paint, so.
Coming up next, we have a lot number F51. This is a 1948 Farmall C. They say it's an early production number. It's the 16th Farmall C built, so pretty early serial number. Serial number 516, I guess makes sense.
Yeah.
Again, this one got a lot of patina on it. This is an original old tractor.
Yeah, and of course it appears like this thing has been painted before because there's no sign of the decals on there at all, but looks like it has the original rear tires on it, and really kind of a straight, honest tractor, and with it being that low in production, as far as its number being the 16th one built, makes someone a nice little project to restore.
Yeah, who knows? We might see that one back here in a year or so.
Yeah.
A year or two, all fixed up. So it's rolling out right now. That's around that $3,000 mark bid. No indication on the reserve at this point, and it is sold $3,000. The second one to sell in that price range. Now we got a classic John Deere rolling in here now. This is a 1936 John Deere A. This is of course the unstyled, but nicely restored, all painted up, neat looking old tractor. And this one's got the spoke wheels.
Yep, yeah, round spokes on them, and of course the round spokes always get a lot more attention with the bidders and the collectors. So looks like the tires are all decent. Fenders are on it, and it looks like they are original fenders. They aren't reproduction. So the tractor's really kind of a survivor with those fenders and brackets on it. So
yeah, a lot of these tractors, especially that vintage, are all beat up. You see the fenders. These seem to be in pretty good shape. Right now, about a $4,000 bid on number F52.
And the 36A, of course, that was would have been the second year of production as a reserve comes off of that tractor. So sounded good, had that chrome straight pipe on it, got that little bark to it. Really seems to be a great shape, good running tractor. So.
Yep, and right now it's going to be sold. They're looking for $3,500. The reserve came off when it sailed past $3,000. Currently they're at $3,250. Looking for $3,500. So there are a lot of tractors, A, that have sold, but B, that have been in that $2,500 to $3,500 price range today. So again, something that a whole lot of folks can afford to get involved in.
Right.
Your son's already
A little confusion on where the bid is on that last tractor.
And you notice once again it's getting towards the door, and we got some more action on it. So.
Make the right choice this time. 35, 32, 35, 32, 35, last call. 32, 35.
3250. 3250. And that one is sold. And another one getting pulled in to the arena. This one is a 1941 John Deere B. And this one, of course, is styled as opposed to the 39 that was unstyled. Pretty nice looking tractor. Again, they haven't given us an indication of why this one isn't running, but it is being sold at a no reserve. And this, interestingly enough, has got that little toolbox mounted on the back axle, which is kind of unique.
Yeah, the toolbox steps, of course, that was an aftermarket thing, but they were nice. I actually spent a lot of time standing on one of those on the John Deere 60 with my dad, so they're nice. And, of course, a 41B, I mean, they're kind of a common tractor, but this one here with the new tires and nice-looking paint on it, it probably wouldn't take much to get the thing up and running. I think I saw them out here trying to get it going before. It looked like it was getting a little too much fuel, so it may just be a little carburetor issue with it, and the guy would have a pretty good tractor to play with around home.
Yeah, guy could get into this tractor pretty inexpensively at this point, depending on what it sells for. Right now, they're at $1,500 on this tractor.
Yeah, I mean, it wouldn't take much to finish that off. If you notice on the sides of the drawbar frame here in the back, those little hooks that look like they're hanging down, those were the brackets for the number 5 mower that you would put on the back for mowing hay. So they also make nice steps, too. If you've not been around one of those, it's quite a ways up to that axle to climb up on there. So.
Yeah, we had the John Deere like that back in the, we didn't have fenders to lean on like we did on our International, so I had to stand on the drawbar and hang on to the back of the seat.
Yep.
I was bouncing up and down with my dad in it. So we're at $1,600 looking for 17. And $1,600 at 41 John Deere B. All right, coming in now is F54. And this is a Farmall Super MTA, factory wide front, factory fast hitch. Got the drawbar on the back. This is it's got little older tires on it, but still looks like a pretty decent tractor.
Yeah, it looks like a good, honest tractor. Maybe a little bit older repaint on it, but still's got a good shine to it. And Super MTAs, of course, I believe they were only made 1 year, which was 1954. To find one of those with the fast hitch on it from the factory is unusual. I mean, that was just really coming to light at that point. Just a neat all-around tractor. I mean, they usually sell pretty good, as we can see right here, at about $7,000 we're asking. So.
We've got 6,000 bid, looking for $6,500.
And it looks like those tires on the rear would be original for the 50s, so evidently wasn't used much on the road. Usually that's what ate them tires
still
up.
Got some tread on them. Mm-hmm. Looks like the guy could still get some life out of them, but again, that's a tractor a guy could use for a while or can kind of complete the restoration and finish it up. But it seems to be running real good.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and they've got a neat sound to them Farmall M's and the Super M's and the MTAs. I mean, they got a little bit of a cackle to them when they're running. You can just kind of hear them.
$7,000 it looks like. Looking for $7,500. No indication yet on the reserve whether or not this is being sold. I want to once again welcome everybody if you're just joining us, or thanks to folks that have been with us here for a while. Max Wilson and myself are proud to be here once again at the Mecum Antique Tractor Auction. Max, you've been here several times. This is my first round here at the Mississippi Valley Fair Center in Davenport, and it turned out to be not only a great crowd, but once again a great venue for this Mecum event.
Yeah, and the showgrounds here, and it's just nice because you're not out in the mud walking around looking at a tractor, and we're in the building here, we bring the tractors to the bidders rather than the bidders walking around to the tractors. So.
And that Farmall Super MTA just got the reserve met at $7,500. So once again, another one sold here at the Meekum Gone Farmin Antique Tractor Auction in Davenport, Iowa. Coming in next, utility tractor. Looks like it's all original. Still got its work clothes on. F55. This is a 340 utility.
Yeah, and once again, another nice little utility tractor. Looks like it's got 3-point on it. Of course, in that original industrial yellow, I don't know how many of them were made in that industrial yellow, but it's kind of a different tractor. I mean, you don't see them too often in that yellow. So.
Again, in that price range where just about anybody can jump in, it's at $1,250 right now. The tractor really sounded good and seems to be running good as it rolled in here. But again, one that guy could use around the acreage of the farm, or or do a restoration job, as you said, kind of a unique color in this one.
Yeah, that industrial color, and you kind of see on the side of the hood there's a number stencil in, so that was one of like a county identification number for that tractor. So probably was used for county highway department, or might have been used as a tug for here or there, but just a neat little tractor, no drawbar on it, so something tells me that was probably used for mowing roadside ditches for years. And
the reserve is off. They're $2,300, so the reserve just went off on that tractor, that 340 Utility International. They're starting to roll it out the door. We'll see if we don't get a couple more people jumping in here. Auctioneer's doing a good job of trying to get everybody involved, but at $2,200 that one sold, so looks like a good bargain.
Yeah, that was definitely down in the kind of bargain area there.
Ever have a need on the farm or ranch where you need the power of a dozer in a smaller size? Introducing the MagnaTrack tractor. The Struck Corporation has been making hard-working equipment for homeowners, do-it-yourselfers, and for light commercial contractors for more than 45 years. Have the do-it-yourself itch for a project? Build your own dozer. Perfect for the farm and ranch. It's the MagnaTrack tractors from the Struck Corporation. Call or click to request free information today. Do you have a passion for old tractors? Then make Heritage Iron Magazine your new favorite magazine. Each full-color issue features major muscle tractors and farm equipment from the 60s, 70s, and 80s. Whether your favorite color is green, red, orange, blue, yellow, or even purple, Heritage Iron features them all, with professional photography and historical stories. Check out Heritage Iron Magazine or heritageiron.com, or give them a call at 855-OLD-IRON. Your tractor may be your hobby or your livelihood. At Steiner Tractor Parts, we share your enthusiasm for these antique machines and know you need to keep them running. We understand how your life and job both stop if your tractor stops running. We keep a warehouse stocked with new parts, tune-up kits, electrical components, carburetors, and rebuild kits, and much more. If you need a part, we have it. Call Steiner Tractor Parts today or log on to steinertractor.com to request a free parts catalog. With proper maintenance and care, our smiles can last a very long time. We want our dentists to choose the very best products. Pink Band. Pink Band goes around your tooth for improved moisture control with its patent silicone coating. Contamination or leakage of your dental filling while your dentist is placing a composite is known to cause the dental fillings to fail prematurely. Pink Band is a new, innovative dental product to ensure your smile will last a long time. Ask your dentist if Pink Band is right for you.
All right, well, what do we got in here now? We've got a 1951 TO20 Ferguson.
Yeah, and if you look at this tractor, it looks real close to a Ford 8N.
I thought it was a Ford when it came in, but I see something else written on the side.
And see, Ford and Ferguson had a handshake agreement on the 3-point hitch design. So I think along with that, I think Ferguson got some of the designs for the transmission on the Ford 8N, but then he put a different engine in it with overhead valves, where a Ford 8N would have a flathead engine with the valves in the block. So you see quite a few of these tractors, and a lot of people do mistake them for a Ford 8N.
And this tractor looks to be in pretty good condition.
Yeah.
Older paint job, but still pretty nice, decent tires. Seems to be running really well.
And you look at it, what it's bringing, 1,700. We're asking right now. It's a good-looking tractor for that. So
a good-sized tractor with that 3 points. Got a lot of uses that you can put that thing to work for a pretty reasonable amount of money right now. The reserve is met. That thing is going to sell now. It's in the upper teens, about $1,700. Looking for $1,800. Matt's going to try to get a few more pesos out of that one, but they're looking for $2,000 on that thing. Sold for $1,900.
Yeah, and that one was kind of a steal. I think there was more than that in the paint and tires on that tractor. But up next, we got a Lot F57 as a Ford 8N, so a good comparison tractor here. Now we're back to a Ford 8N. You can really see the similarities now between the two tractors.
No question about it. This one's lot number F57.
And this one here is in its work clothes yet. Looks like an older restoration, but looks about like the one my aunt's got at the farm. So.
Well, I'm tempted to jump in on that one. I tell you what, a nice operational little Ford 8N for $1,500. I think that's a pretty good buy on that.
Original rear tires on it.
Need to buy one of those and teach my son how to drive on one of those like I'd learned. That was sold for $1,500. All right, so we're looking at lot number F58 now. Is a 1954 Farmall Super MTA. Again, nice looking tractor. Might have original tires or a little older tires on it, but a nice paint job. And this is a gas tractor with a narrow front end, new clutch. Everything seems to work.
Yeah, new torque amplifier in it. So I mean, the work's been done on it. Beautiful paint job on this tractor. So
here, that just flew past 5,000 and just met the reserve. So once again, another great example of an antique tractor that's going to have a new owner here shortly. We've got another 15 or 20 more tractors yet today, and then a full day tomorrow, about double what we've had today. Antique tractors, implements, memorabilia, collectibles, so many things for the antique tractor enthusiast. Whether you've ever been on a farm or not, you've got to have some appreciation for all the great vehicles and the history that's running through here today. We're around the $6,000 mark on that 54 Super MTA Farmall. Sold for $57.50. Another one sold.
Yeah, it wasn't a bad price for a Super MTA either. So.
All right, we've got a 1962 John Deere 1010 coming in here now. This is a gas utility tractor. It is lot F59. New front tires. It's got a real good set of rear tires, it looks like, although they're not new. Power steering. It's got the 3-point. Again, there are a lot of purposes and a lot of use left in this tractor.
Yeah, once again, got the original rear tires on the back, 3-point. Got the deluxe fenders, and it appears to have the deluxe seat on it. So, I mean, pretty nice little 1010. Now, you look at this one compared to the one that we had a little bit earlier. This one looks a lot bigger than the other one, and it's just the way it's set up with the tires, and it's more of with the utility that was set up more for 2 rows, where some of them were set up for 1 row, and just a neat little tractor. So, and of course made up here in Dubuque, just a few miles north of us. So
This is another no reserve on this tractor. This one is going home to the highest bidder, and it's right now they're $3,400. They're looking at $35,000, going up to $4,000 right now.
And the paint on this tractor is beautiful for a guy selling it no reserve. So
great looking classic John Deere look on this tractor too. It's got the lights mounted up there, and again the paint's beautiful. And we're at $4,250. They're looking for. They've got $4,000 bid on this tractor.
Yeah, that's a nice price on that tractor for what it looks like in appearance. So.
And it's sold for $4,000. F59. Looks like we had some internet traffic on that tractor as well. So now we've got F60 coming in here, and this is again an absolute sale, no reserve, a Farmall 350, completely restored, shined like a diamond when it drove by here a moment ago. It's got a 2-point hitch, less than 50 hours since the complete overhaul. It's got the rear weights on the wheels, new steering wheel, new front tires and rear tires, and it's got power steering on this little tractor.
Yeah, and power steering at this point was just starting to come in on a lot of these tractors. So, I mean, once again, another nice paint job on the tractor. It's got the fast hitch on it. The 50 hours since a complete overhaul. I mean, guys got some money in it, and this is just a good typical example of how IH was updating these tractors and making them look a little more modern. A little more operator comfort.
Yep. Got a little more styling on these tractors.
I've always liked the paint scheme on these tractors with that red and white. It really makes them stand out. So.
I'd hate to see how you could buy this tractor, restore it, and redo the motor, and put tires on it, for around $6,000.
Right.
Which is what this thing's bringing right now.
It doesn't happen unless that tractor was super nice to begin with. A lot of this stuff, you look at paint and that. Some of these, when you got paint on them, the paint jobs are about $4,000 and $5,000 paint jobs. So.
$7,250 is what they're looking for right now. $7,100. I just saw Dan Meekum get a bid from a gentleman in the second row. So the crowd has not thinned a bit from when we started here a few hours ago, Max. $7,100. That one is sold at no reserve. And now we've got an original high crop John Deere coming in here now. And this is a 1955 John Deere 40H. 40H was only built in 1955. Only 294 of them were built. And this is looks like number 186.
Yeah, and these things here, just selling at no reserve, to find a good original 40 or a good original high crop, anything is tough, but a 40 high crop in original condition, I mean, tin straight on it. It looked like you could actually see the original dealership sticker on the side of the hood. Tires look like they may have been replaced on this tractor at some point. They're mismatched
on the left.
They're kind of mismatched, but I'll tell you what, a good, honest, original tractor. I mean, you kind of see what they look like when they were new. Looks like it's got a couple new parts. Looks like the generator and the carburetor and that have been done. You got to do some of that, because this tractor here didn't look this way original just by going out and working. It's been sitting for a little while somewhere. So.
And right now, the current bid is $77.50, and it's a no reserve auction once again. And I got to give credit to the Meekum boys for bringing in all of these great sellers that are willing to put their tractors in at no reserve. And when you're dealing with Meekum, there's not a lot of risk there, because they bring in the buyers and they bring in the folks online, and they obviously can draw a huge crowd. So a very successful auction for both buyers and sellers on the deal with Meekum. And this one's starting to roll out the door, this 55 40H high crop, and it is selling at around the $8,500 mark. $8,250 as the hammer falls. Wow.
And this is another little unique tractor.
Real unique. You don't see these every day. This is a 1949 Alice Chalmers G, and this is lot number F63. And I have a feeling this one's going to bring some dough.
Yeah, these usually sell pretty good. Of course, this one here doesn't have any attachments on it, but this is once again, another little vegetable farm tractor. They were great. They had a one-bottom plow that mounted up in the front in that hoop that goes underneath. As you just watch Paul, one of our ringmen, grab the front end of that tractor and lift it off the ground. You kind of feel like that when you're sitting on those because they are light in the front, but they had a one-row cultivator you could put on them, or they had planter units. You could go out as much as 4 rows, planting narrow row crops, your lettuce and stuff like that. And, $4,000, I mean, sound like a good running tractor. And he's got that thing set up so that the wheels are out wide. It really makes it look neat.
Got a great look to it. Sold for right at $4,000 at F63. Now we've got an original 1965 Case 730 coming in here next at F64. It seems to run good, and this one probably came right out of the field. This one has been not restored. Probably got the original tires on it.
Yeah,
looks like a pretty good workhorse.
Looks like those rears might have been replaced at one point, but got the 3-point hitch on the back. Kind of a straight tractor, really. I mean, it's got some fade to the paint, but it's pretty straight and honest. Power adjuster wheels on it. So, and of course the cases, the Comfort King, you had the fenders and everything. The platform you set up higher, you really felt good up there on top of that tractor. So.
Right, the 65 Case is right now at $2,500. We're looking actually now at $3,000. You got $2,750 bid.
And of course, this is a gas tractor, and once again, some cheap horsepower here. I mean, those old Cases, they didn't run real fast, but man, the bore and stroke on those things was long, and you could lug them right down. They had a lot of torque. So.
Right at $3,000 they're looking for. We do not have an indication on the reserve yet, but I do see Matt with the gavel. $2,750, and that one is, the bid goes on, is what they tell me. The bid goes on that tractor. All right, coming in here next is a 1951 John Deere BW, wide front end, original paint, being towed in, so it's not running under its own power, but what a neat original tractor. A lot of patina on this one.
Yeah, and original rear tires. The tin looks nice and straight on it. Looks like someone put a different exhaust pipe on it or a different muffler on it. So, but also the other thing that's neat to look at on this is if you look at the back, you're used to seeing a rock shaft or lift arms on the back. This has got the flat back. There's no hydraulics. It's just a flat back with a PTO. So this tractor evidently was ordered this way, and you don't see many Bs that did not have the lift because Bs were just a favorite for guys cultivating. So.
We've got a bid over here right next to us. They're $2,100 on this tractor.
Yeah, and of course a B with a wide front, especially a late B with a wide front, is tough to find. So.
Trying that last as they try to roll this thing out. They're trying to get $2,200 on this 51 John Deere BW. Factory wide front. And guy next to us just bid one time. He's one of those one-time bidders. We sold it for $2,100.
Yeah, I don't know if that motor was stuck on that tractor, but that was a neat tractor to see come through.
Right now at F66, we've got a 1965 John Deere 4020, another workhorse. Look at the back end of this thing; it's just massive.
Yeah, I always like
original condition.
Yeah, I always like these with the big wide fenders on them. They're always a neat-looking tractor. But you just think about the amount of cast iron in that rear end housing and what that must weigh on its own. And this is a synchro range transmission on this. Looks like it's got pretty decent rubber all the way around, so nice looking tractor.
Got the fender. They got a little few dents and things. They got some character.
Oh yeah.
The rear fenders, but
yeah, and what it is maybe the hired hand had a little too much fun the night before, and he turned a little short, and that piece of equipment rolled up on that tire and ding that fender up. So
right now we're at $6,500 on. They're looking for $6,500 on this.
Yeah, not a bad price at all on that tractor. I mean, you're getting a lot of iron for your money right there. So.
They've got 65 bid on the 65 John Deere 4020. I haven't got an indication on the reserve, but it looks like Matt might be putting the gavel down. The bid goes on at $6,500 on that 65 John Deere 4020.
It is a 1941 Farm 8.
Coming up next is F67. It's a 1941 Farmall H. Totally overhauled. New clutch, new radiator. It's got an extra hood included, but those fenders don't look like they came factory on that tractor.
No, those fenders would be off of like a 706 or an 806, and those there with that set of fenders on it's just a little bit different deal. So
this is a no reserve auction. Tractors kind of letting everybody at the lower price range jumping in on this one. It's a $1,200. We're looking for $1,200 right now on this tractor.
At that affordable price point for everyone. So. And of course,
the tractor's even got a rear view mirror mounted on those fenders.
Yeah, he must have been using it for tractor rides and everything. Might have been somewhere he could mount his cooler up there and keep his beverages cold. So
$1,200 bid, no reserve, so that's going to go away. We've got $1,100 bid. F67 is down the road. We've got a buyer.
Ever have a need on the farm or ranch where you need the power of a dozer in a smaller size? Introducing the MagnaTrack tractor. The Struck Corporation has been making hard-working equipment for homeowners, do-it-yourselfers, and for light commercial contractors for more than 45 years. Have the do-it-yourself itch for a project? Build your own dozer. Perfect for the farm and ranch. It's the MagnaTrack tractors from the Struck Corporation. Call or click to request free information today. Do you have a passion for old tractors? Then make Heritage Iron Magazine your new favorite magazine. Each full-color issue features major muscle tractors and farm equipment from the 60s, 70s, and 80s. Whether your favorite color is green, red, orange, blue, yellow, or even purple, Heritage Iron features them all, with professional photography and historical stories. Check out Heritage Iron Magazine or heritageiron.com or give them a call at 855-OLD-IRON. Your tractor may be your hobby or your livelihood. At Steiner Tractor Parts, we share your enthusiasm for these antique machines and know you need to keep them running. We understand how your life and job both stop if your tractor stops running. We keep a warehouse stocked with new parts, tune-up kits, electrical components, carburetors, and rebuild kits, and much more. If you need a part, we have it. Call Steiner Tractor Parts today or log on to steinertractor.com to request a free parts catalog. With proper maintenance and care, our smiles can last a very long time. We want our dentists to choose the very best products. Pink Band. Pink Band goes around your tooth for improved moisture control with its patent silicone coating. Contamination or leakage of your dental filling while your dentist is placing a composite is known to cause the dental fillings to fail prematurely. Pink Band is a new, innovative dental product to ensure your smile will last a long time. Ask your dentist if Pink Band is right for you.
All right, coming up next is F68. This is a 1950 John Deere M. Again, a no reserve auction. Neat little tractor. Looks like it's got a fairly recent paint job on it, decent tires, and a neat little utility tractor.
Yeah, the Model M's, of course, that was to compete with the Farmall A's and kind of that one-row tractor. But some of those, if you had light enough ground, they had a two-bottom plow that would work on there, or a single bottom. And if you look at the back where the drawbar is on the back, that's actually a lift that was to kind of compete with Ford with their three-point hitch. That kind of got John Deere into the market with the quick hitch type equipment and automatic hydraulic lift and that. So.
Look at another no reserve tractor. It's currently bid at $1,600. Looking for $1,700. $1,600 looking for $1,700. Again, this is F68. $1,600 as Matt hits the hammer down, and we've got another big John Deere coming in here. Once again, folks, Max Wilson and Patrick Holmes from the Meekham's Gone Farmin Antique Tractor Auction here. It's the 4th annual Spring Classic here in Davenport, Iowa. And we are kind of winding down with day one, and boy, we've got a full day tomorrow of all kinds of tractors and collectibles and the like. But now we've got another one of these massive John Deere. This is a 5020 coming in. And this one, again, is a pretty nice tractor, not a full restoration, but in pretty nice shape and lots of horsepower.
Yeah, and of course this one here is a Wheatland, has PTO and the M&W Turbo Kit, which was an aftermarket thing that some of the farmers needed a little more giddy up and go, and they'd put that kit on there and it gave you a turbo, so it made that engine run a little bit harder. And you get dual hydraulic straight tractor. This is actually a friend of mine, Wyman and Sons Tractor Parts up in Minnesota. They actually are the ones that brought it down to consign it. So
it's got the front weights on it, and they are at 10.5 right now in this 5020.
Yeah, and I mean, you look at those fenders compared to the one we had here a few minutes ago. Those fenders are a lot nicer and haven't been beat up. So.
Sold for $10,500. Well, your friend has one fewer tractors in his fleet. All right, coming up next, we've got is F70, and this is a 1958 John Deere 620. Completely restored just a few years ago in 2010. It's got new tires, obviously, new radiator, rebuilt power steering pump, rebuilt carburetor, new manifolds, rebuilt transmission clutch, new axle seals and bearings, new PTO clutches, new wiring harness. Wow, rebuilt float ride seat. That's a nicely restored tractor.
Yeah, pretty much all the work's been done here, and we're starting out right at about $5,000, $4,000. I mean, the paint on this thing is flawless. New tires. I mean, pretty much the guy's gone through everything on it. So, and of course, I like the 20 series when they went to that green and yellow paint scheme. So.
Right now they're at $5,500 on F70.
And we got the guy now, he's demonstrating that power steering works. He's sitting there with one finger, turning the wheels back and forth while the tractor's sitting in one spot. So.
And now she starts rolling out. They've got $5,500 bid. $5,750 is what they're looking for. They've got $55 bid on that tractor. Again, that's an awful. I mean, that tractor can go right in somebody's shed as a collector. Put it right in there with your collection and be proud of it for pretty good price. It's $5,500 right now. 57.5.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see if this guy lets that tractor go for the amount of money he's got into it. I mean, that's we're probably maybe at the break-even point right now on that tractor.
Look, especially with the mechanical work that's been done on that tractor. You know, the cosmetic stuff and the tires are nice, but boy, he's done a tremendous amount of mechanical work on that tractor. Right now, they're hovering around $7,000. Last fall. $6,750, and they took it. That vehicle is sold. So congratulations to a good buy for the buyer on that one. So F71 is coming in here now at a no reserve. And this one is a 1957 Farmall 450. Looks to be pretty original, although the tires probably replaced at some point.
Yeah, but at least they're a nice match set and good tread on them yet. Tin looked pretty good on it. You can hear it's kind of hunting a little bit.
Yeah.
I think it just needs a little bit of tweak on the governor, and she ought to be all right. But, I mean, it's got the fast hitch on it. kind of a straight, honest tractor. Needs a little bit of work, but we'll see what she brings here. So
a little bit of tune-up or something, but I tell you right now, it's about $2,400. A pretty affordable price for a collector, for a starter collector. One's a good restoration project. And it is a no reserve, so it is going away. $2,250, and they're looking for $2,500 again. Got those last-minute bidders coming out of the crowd. Last call at $2,500, so the high bid, $2,250. It is sold. That was F71. Well, thanks for watching this week's edition of the 2014 Spring Classic, Meekham's Gone Farmin' Antique Tractor Auction. And Max, I got to tell you, today in particular, I know the folks out there watching sure enjoy learning all of the things that you have to teach us about these great tractors that come through.
Well, I just try my best and get a little bit of the facts and some history on the tractors out there for the people. So.
And we've got another great edition coming up next week. Now, again, this program runs Tuesdays at 5:30 Eastern and 4:30 Central, and again on Saturday at 11:30 Eastern and 10:30 Central. So be sure to tell your friends we're here every week, and we'd love to have you back. From Davenport, Iowa, the 2014 Spring Classic, it's the Meekham's Gone Farmin' Antique Tractor Auction right here on RFD-TV.